Hello everyone and welcome on back to another brand new episode of Taste Test right here on youtube.com/Seannosaurus. My name is Sean and every Wednesday and Saturday you can watch me try the weird, the wonderful, and the limited edition. For more, subscribe and ring the bell down below. You'll be notified when I post new videos. And if you have a suggestion, leave it in the comment section down below. What it is, where to find it, you might see it on the show. Today, we have a bunch of items. They're all barbecue flavored. And I know what you're thinking, Sean, you're getting excited. It's summer. It's almost barbecue season. Wrong. These are for when you go in the wilderness exploring. There you go. We have Dot's Pretzels Barbecue. These were suggested by my aunt. She let me know that they were there. This was the only size bag I could find. It was $6 and it was on rollback at Walmart. So there you go. That's a lot of pretzel. It's a lot of pretzel for me. You kind of hope that you find a smaller bag, but then you buy the one and you're kind of like, well, this is the decision I've made. There we go. So there's one of 4 items. We have Triscuits Applewood Barbecue. I love the Triscuit Thin Crisps. The original are the flavor that I like a lot. I didn't know these existed. We just happened to go down a random aisle in a Walmart. Not even the Walmart that's near me. It was over in a different town. And I was like, oh, we'll walk down the snack aisle, see if there's anything interesting. And there was. There were a bunch of other flavors like sour cream and onion, something pizza related, and like smoked Gouda. But this was the one that stuck out to me. So I grabbed that one. Then we have Sun Chips Barbecue, Honey Barbecue Sun Chips. I'm excited about these because I like Sun Chips. I think my aunt also pointed this one out. I may have seen this one previously. I don't really remember. I've had it rolling around here for a little bit. Hopefully you'll still be able to find them. These were, again, a Walmart buy. I don't remember exactly how much they were. I also don't remember how much the Triscuits were if I did not mention that. I don't think anything was over $6, and I know that nothing was over $7. The pretzels were like right at $6. But the problem was that they were on rollback, so they were more expensive. Nothing was over the infamous $7.50. That's the point of my story. And the last one that we have is probably the one that I'm most excited about, is the Mesquite Barbecue Ruffles. I like Sun Chips. I like Ruffles. Mesquite Barbecue really speaks to me. I do like Honey Barbecue as well, but this would be the one that I would be the most excited about. These were on sale for $3.50 at Super One, which was nice because it was marked down from like $5 or $6. So these were a little on the pricier side, $5.99 on the bag. So I was glad that I was able to find them for a deal, which means that the orange slices, candied orange slices, mind you, weren't quite as poor a spend as I thought, because I thought I was going to spend $9 total on that, but then it ended up only being $6 because one of them was on sale. So big win. All right, let's start with the pretzels. I think that they're kind of the most boring item, and I don't mean that in a rude way. I just think pretzels have their audience, and you know that audience is, they're pretzel people. Okay, I don't know really where I was going with that. I'm gonna maybe make a comparison to baseball. Like, baseball people are baseball people. Good one, Sean. Real high quality stuff there. Good job. Dot's Pretzels. Ooh, nice barbecue scent there. They are pretzel sticks. Ow. Okay. That is a really good barbecue flavor through the entire bite. That's a huge win. I like that. I want to be surprised. I wouldn't have been surprised if I didn't love these. Pretzels are the one snack that I like, but it's in pretty moderate quantities, and it's a very specific type. Like, some of them are way too crunchy. I don't like them if they're too big. This hits right in the middle, where there's a nice fluff to it, a good crunch, solid flavor all the way through. This was good. Now, having said that, don't know if I needed to buy the whole bag, because I was eating one right there. But we are going on a trip soon, so this could be a good snack to bring along. All right, let's go Triscuits. Bam, bam. I guess you could have gone Dots, Ruffles, Sun Chips, Triscuits if you were doing... Oh, come on. I ripped the box while I was trying to alphabetize in my head. I still have time to alphabetize them, but we're running out of time, and I'm not changing what I'm doing. I'm thinking about my aunt. My aunt, I wonder if she ever watches and she goes, he could have alphabetized these. He could have done them this way and alphabetized them. Anyway. All right, barbecue. Because do you alphabetize them by barbecue style, because this is Applewood, so this was technically be an A. And then you have mesquite, honey, or honey then mesquite, and then just barbecue. Well, I guess you'd have Applewood, barbecue, honey, mesquite. We're really in the letters today. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I do know why, but my brain, can we stop? Can we focus on the episode that we're making right now? Applewood always sounds like a good flavor to me, but I feel like it's never quite what I want, because I'm sure that Applewood is not actually apple. It's just like a type of wood that for some reason has the word apple in it, but it isn't necessarily like it's infused with apple, which is what I always think it is. Applewood smoked barbecue. We crammed a bunch of apples into this wood, smoked the barbecue. It has an appley scent or appley flavor profile, or there's a different, better word for it, an apple tinge. That's wrong. Nipple. Those are real good. Those are really good. No apple. Not surprising. Both of these have super solid barbecue, both flavor and consistency through the bite. That is such a win. How many times on this channel, on this show, do you see me go, man, it was like we're kind of looking for it, or it's there, but the underlying flavor, the base flavor, it takes over, blah, 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 blah. Why you're so handsome, but you talk a lot. These have, like, it's like the barbecue is just baked in to the core of it instead of like a flavor on top, if that makes sense. These are fantastic. I love these. I am a big fan of the Triscuit Thin Crisps, like I mentioned earlier in the video. I love the size, the density, and the texture of them. They feel very snackable, which isn't great, but also is great. And this, having it as an Applewood barbecue, it's a solid barbecue flavor all the way through the bite. Huge win. Absolutely huge win. Love it. Love it. These I have seen recently. I should make a note of that. The Triscuits I have seen. I don't know if the thing is I don't know. Part of why I only bought the Applewood barbecue is because I hadn't seen anything about these Triscuits being new or anything, and so I wasn't sure if they were a limited time item or if it was like a new flavor range that they were doing. So keep an eye out. Like if you like Triscuits Thin Crisps specifically, go down the snack aisle. This one I would say is a buy. They had, like I was mentioning earlier, sour cream and onion, tomato something, Parmesan something. There were a few other flavors there. So if you do like that, keep an eye out next time you're at the store and give one of those flavors a try. I would recommend the Applewood barbecue if you like a barbecue flavor. I guess that kind of usually goes without saying, but I guess sometimes, have you ever had something that's like, man, even if you don't like this, give this a try? Probably not, because I don't know. What do we have next? Let's go. I guess I did go in the order that I introduced them. That's helpful, I think. All right. No. Sorry. Honey barbecue. Sun chips. I like sun chips. Sometimes their flavors can be a little bit light. The harvest cheddar, great. The, what's the green bag? Onion, something. Maybe a little light at times. Maybe a blessing. I don't know. Ooh. We have our first one that's kind of a This is very sun chip scented. The other two have punched you in the mouth in a kind way with a barbecue scent. This one does not. I don't even really know that it's there. Huh. This is easily my least favorite. I don't think the flavor is as strong. It isn't what the other two feel like, where I'm talking about it feels like they're baked through the whole way. This is the one that's like kind of just brushed on the top. It's a very light flavor. It doesn't mean that it's a bad flavor necessarily. I don't think the flavor is great. I think it's fine. I think that we've just had two other examples that kind of blow this one out of the water. And it'd be interesting if I had organized these a little bit differently. Like if you come in with this fresh mindset and go, hey, first we're going to try sun chips. How do you react then? And then how do you react to the other two that are far superior? Is it still that sort of thing? Or is it like, wow, these are really good. Boy, sure wish those Sun Chips were better. That same thought process still is here. Like, the other two are far better, and I wish these Sun Chips had a little bit more oomph to them because I do like Sun Chips. They sit in that kind of Triscuit camp of they are light and fluffy enough to get through a bunch of them, even if maybe you shouldn't be getting through a bunch of them. But the flavor is a little bit light. It is a little more on the tangier side, which I do like, but it just needs a little bit more, little more, you know, one more little dusting of it. I think it's a bad sign when you open the bag and you're hit with more of just like, this smells like Sun Chips, not like, oh, barbecue. Okay. 3 down, 1 to go. We have Ruffles Mesquite Barbecue. I'm very excited about these. Big fan of Ruffles. That's about all I have to say. I will say, Ruffles makes the stinkiest, best tasting chip. The sour cream and cheddar smell terrible, taste great. Okay. Oh my goodness, the 2 chips are faltering here. This smells like Ruffles. It does not smell like barbecue. It's there, but there's a very strong potato scent. That's a problem, okay? When you have 2 of the other ones that, again, punch you in the mouth, or nostrils, I guess, technically, because we're not eating them yet, step up your game. Step it up. We'll go for one that looks a little more flavored. That's a solid barbecue flavor. I like it. The problem with the Ruffles is going to be the fact that they are uneven in their flavoring. I'm saying, before I put that one in my mouth, going, I'll find one that looks like it has a lot of flavor on it. Isn't like the world's greatest endorsement. Because this one looks a little bit lighter. That's pretty solid. The thing I like about the Mesquite is there is like a tinge of like a little bit of a kick in there. And I do like that. Like, just like, I'm not a big spice guy, like, at all. But I do like at times, it's just like a little bit of like a, oof. Just like a little soft kick in the palate. Pop. Like that. I'm kicking with my leg. You can't see that. Ow. My own lip. They're fine. If we're ranking them, number 1 is Triscuits. I think it has the winner of being Triscuit thin crisps, which I am inclined to enjoy. That's a big win for that. So having that there with a super solid barbecue flavor all the way through the bite is an easy win. I think you can put Sun Chips at 4 pretty easily. Flavor is lacking, smells a little too Sun Chippy, doesn't have quite the flavor profile that you're looking for in a consistency manner, but it's not terrible. Having it in last place is still like, wish you were better, but also it's like it's not, you're the worst thing in the world. Where I'm struggling is Pretzels versus Ruffles. And I think this would come down to the Pretzels have the better flavor. However, I'm not the biggest pretzel eater. The Ruffles flavor is a little worse, but I like Ruffles or potato chips a little bit more than Pretzels. So I think it would be like a personal ranking would be, God, I don't even know. I still think I might go the Pretzels too. They were so surprising. And part of me worries about putting them at number 2 is like, well, is that just the surprise talking? I don't think it should be. I don't think it has to be. I think it's a good, solid, surprising bite that realistically would be fighting for the 1 spot if it wasn't for Triscuits, which I just kind of enjoy and I think has a little bit of a better flavor. Just a little better flavor. I like that we got 4 different barbecue flavors. We had kind of just a typical barbecue with the Pretzels. We had a Mesquite, we had a honey, and we had an Applewood. I think that's fantastic. I like the variety that we have. A lot of these brands already have. I guess it would probably just be Ruffles. Ruffles already has barbecue, I'm assuming. Or Lay's has barbecue at least. So to see them stretch out and do something different is nice. Dots is usually doing a lot with their pretzel stuff and coming up with flavors. They have I see the cinnamon sugar is out like every year. And every year I go, ooh, I'll buy you. And I'm sure I have at one point. And I just never tried them. But it's nice to see Triscuit expanding their stuff. I like that Sun Chips is doing the same. I don't think I don't think that any of these are an out-and-out wrong choice. Like, if you don't like pretzels, I don't think this is going to swing you to the pretzel side. If there's like a specific type of chip or snack or whatever that you prefer one to the other, we're already seeing me kind of struggle with that. I think any of these are, at the very bare minimum, fine options. I think you might be a bigger winner if you are a Triscuit fan or a pretzel fan, but I don't think you'll go super wrong with any of them, which I think is kind of the nicest and best way to walk away from one of these episodes. Thank you. Oh gosh, excuse me. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know your rankings. Number 1 for me, it's the Triscuits. Number 2, pretzels. 3, Ruffles. 4, Sun Chips. Not alphabetical. Let me know your rankings down in the comment section below of today's items if you have tried them. If there's any you would try, haven't tried, all that good stuff. If there's something you'd like to see on the channel, leave it down there. What it is, where to find it, you might see it on a future episode of the show. The best way to do that, bam, subscribe right over here. Ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Like, oh my gosh, that's the item I suggested? Oh, Sean, you're so cool. Thanks. You can watch more taste tests right here. Thank you again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you out there in the wilderness. Bon appetit.